Hello folks, this is my newest truck to the fleet. It's a 1985 F-150. I paid $300 for it. The guy who had it before me blew a brake line and parked it 7 years ago. And as you can see, that's my makeshift fuel canister right there. The gas line runs down and through the firewall and then runs to the mechanical fuel pump, and basically that's my fuel system for the moment, because I didn't want to run the 7-year-old gas through the carburetor and clog it up, and then, well, you basically know what would happen. This truck is fitted with a 300 inline 6. Honestly, I don't have any complaints other than it doesn't have that much power. They're very simple to work on. There's nothing to them really. A couple wires can make them run. Right now, I'm trying to tackle the brakes. Only the back ones work right now because of the brake line that the guy blew, so I cut the line and crimped it shut for minimum brake fluid leaking. Basically, the truck needs everything. I'm going to have to redo the whole exhaust system. Obviously the brake system. I have to find the carburetor air filter housing unit, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do the heater delete because this is only going to be a summer truck. Northern Ontario is really brutal on these Fords. Well, any vehicle really. And this one's bad enough as it is, and I don't want it to get any worse. So the last winter that it has ever seen was the previous owner having it. It'll never see winter ever again. I found a new frame for this truck. Well, not new. It's a mid-90s frame for it. The guy wants $300 because this one's pretty pooched. So yeah, once I get everything swapped over onto the other frame, that'll pretty much be it for this year. Next year I plan on overhauling the engine if I need. Well, I don't really need to, but I would like to at least upgrade the intake manifold and the exhaust. I found a set of Hedman headers for this thing. They were roughly, I think, $275 for the whole header, and then I got to buy all the piping, the catalytic, the mufflers, everything else that it needs. But yeah, so basically when I bought this truck, we had to loop this over because, well, there was no hoses, it was ripped. So we found this laying in the yard and we hooked it up, looped it back together so it basically doesn't piss out all the coolant. We took apart the distributor and lightly sanded the rotor. Got that nice and clean. We filled the float bowls in the carburetor with fresh gas. We took the old fuel line that runs from the fuel pump here, which was this one, that goes to the stock fuel tank, but because of it sitting for so long, I didn't want to run that fuel. So we ran this. It's actually another piece of hose slipped over another piece of hose to make an adapter so that it wouldn't leak, and then it runs in through the firewall to that gas can that you've seen. Yeah, basically that's about it. My next project after I tackle the brakes is just to basically get it to my house in town. Right now it's stored out at my mom's. And yeah, so hopefully next time you guys see this, it'll be in the progress of getting rebuilt. Right now I'm just kind of joyriding it around where I live, well, where my mom lives, because there's next to nobody out there. And yeah, I'm just having fun right now, getting everything nice and loose up again, because I'm literally just getting the frame. I want everything that I can to use off of this one onto that frame. Yeah, so that's basically about it. So until next time, I'll keep you guys posted as best as I can.
It's where something's working, so. prime that fuel. You gotta prime that fuel. Yeah. Now fire it up and prime that thing.
Take that fan shroud out of the way.
Yeah, cause it's flapping around. He's making a whole whack of noise. Look at her, she runs, Chris. Big smile, buddy. Nice. I'm not sure. She's just
a little too low, I think.
Slapping around, eh?
So a couple things I failed to mention on the previous video. We did change all of the fluids. Well, there was no coolant in it, so we topped it off with water. We drained what little oil was left in it and put in 10W30 Royal Purple. I didn't know what filter it needed, so we kind of just kept the original filter, but it's not in that bad a shape, as you can see. Well, you can't really see from the outside, but like, I'd imagine it's pretty clean on the inside. Yeah, I'm gonna give her a little start just to see how quick she starts. I'm actually really surprised with this one because the last truck that I got, I have bought 3 trucks from this guy, and the other 2, they were a pain in the ass to start. The first one that I bought was a red F-150 Lariat. It had a motor swap 351 in it, carbureted Holley 750 CFM, blah blah blah. It was freshly rebuilt, 3,000 kilometers before he parked it. And either he didn't shim it right, or the starter was off, or wrong flywheel, or whatever. I always had a starting problem with it. But with this one, mint. It starts up like no problem. Right now it needs a little bit of prime fuel. It's kind of nope. There you go. Now it's running good. I just primed it. It's got a self primer right there. So you just give that a couple little squirts and she fires up. But I mean, she fucking runs good. I managed to get the front brake on the driver's side working, so the pedal comes back now. I still have the passenger side one crimped it shut. I probably won't be getting that one done this year. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a little spin just up the road and back. It has flat spots in the tires from sitting, and it's a little rough. One thing that I noticed with this one, it's got a sunroof, and I researched that they didn't start putting sunroofs in Fords until 2005. So I think I got a pretty damn good deal on this. And $300, I really cannot complain at all. So, yeah. I'm out of gas, buds. Okay, I think I'm just gonna coast home then. Ciao.